There are a number of common tricks that are used on certification tests that you need to be aware of and watch for specifically. I'm talking now about valid and invalid IPv6 addresses. The first one is to watch for addresses that don't fit the types and scopes. So for example, in this first example here you have 4001 and then the rest of the IPv6 address. Well, that looks just fine, except that there are no IPv6 addresses that begin with 4 that are allocated at this time. If it were a 2 or a 3, we'd be fine. If it were a 0 or an F, it would be fine, but not with 4. Watch for addresses that have letters above F. The hexadecimal system only has letters that go from 0 through 9 and then A through F. And here I've slipped an H into this one, which is not a valid number. Watch for addresses that have too few or too many hextets. Now when you're looking at this address, if I were to count these hextets, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That certainly is not a valid IPv6 address because there are only 8 hextets in IPv6. Watch for addresses that have 2 sets of double colons. That is certainly illegal because with one set you can tell how many sets of zeros to fill in. But with 2 sets you don't know if you put 2 in this spot and 3 in that spot or 1 in that spot and 2 in that spot. You simply don't know. And so sets of double colons, you can only have 1. If you have 2, it's illegal. Take double colons into account when you count hextets. So here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hextets. But that looks a little short until I take into account that I have a double here, which would make up for the 8th one. And that would be all zeros there. Watch for illegally compressed or expanded addresses. In this case, this all looks pretty good. I've got a 0 here, except that you can tell that this is all expanded except for this one. It is not fully expanded. So this would be illegal. Likewise, if I were to take these zeros out and leave a double 0 there, it would be an illegally compressed IPv6 address. So those are some of the things you want to watch for, the little tricks that you want to watch for when you're taking tests about IPv6.